So when John said in 8:34, Jesus said, in John 8:34, Jesus said, everyone who sins is a slave to sin. Are you aware of that?
I am aware of that.
Do you believe that?
Not necessarily.
Oh, you don't believe that?
That's one man's opinion in the Bible.
So you're saying that that's Jesus' opinion, one man's opinion. So it's Jesus' opinion, so it's just his opinion.
Did you quote Jesus in that?
Yeah. John said Jesus said it.
I didn't hear that part.
But now that you know that Jesus said it, does it change the way you see it?
Not really.
No.
No.
What kind of Christian are you, man? Did you vote for Obama?
Yes, I did. Twice.
And are you a Christian?
Absolutely.
And being a Christian, how were you able to vote for a man? Do you support same-sex marriage?
Don't care.
You don't care about same-sex marriage?
It has nothing to do with me.
So do you? So you're okay?
Let me ask you.
So does don't care mean that you're okay with it?
I'm okay with it.
Do you support abortion?
Yes.
You support abortion.
Yes, sir.
Let me go back to the homosexual marriage. Is it right or is it wrong? As a Christian, is homosexual marriage right or wrong?
I would say you'd have to ask God and Jesus Christ, because I'm not here to judge people. That's my opinion. My opinion is not law. My opinion also does not change one iota of what these people want to do. If that's what they want to do, and the laws say that it's okay for them to do it, why should I stand in the way of that if that's what the law says?
As a Christian, do you have the right to discern right from wrong?
Of course, I'm going to always make my own choices.
And so, as a Christian, do you discern that homosexuality is right or wrong?
I don't discern it one way or the other, because if you look at what the Bible has taught us, a number of things in the Bible have changed over time. There are things that were okay back then that are not okay now. Back then, you could have multiple wives. You can't do that now. So, back then, homosexuality was not viewed as homosexuality, not to mention the fact, I'm going to throw this back out again, have you been to Afghanistan or the Middle East or Iraq? You yourself?
No, I have not gone. But okay. I have friends
Let me tell you about a little thing.
I have friends and family members
Let me tell you about a little thing that they do.
I have friends and family members who have gone there because they're in the military.
I've been there myself. We did 28 shows in 27 days in Iraq in 2003 before we caught Saddam Hussein. In 2004, I went to Afghanistan and spent my Thanksgiving 2 weeks with the soldiers. So I have a pretty clear understanding of some world affairs in that area, and the things that are, everybody's just different, man. For example, let me throw this out at you, because I would venture to bet a lot of your listeners don't know anything about this. In the Muslim world, there is a shortage of women in the way that they look at things. In that shortage, they are allowed to have what we would deem homosexual relationships with other men. They're allowed to. You will see men walking, holding hands down the street.
Well, really, they're allowed to have it with boys, not necessarily.
Men too.
And are you okay with them doing it with boys?
Of course not. I saw it happen. 10-year-old boy.
Let me take a quick break. L.A. Hardy is with me. Back in a moment. L.A., you said that Republicans believe in virtue and you believe in freedom. Am I right about that?
Yes, sir.
Can you have freedom without virtue?
I don't know. I can only make a personal decision for myself. I mean, that's who I'm really talking about. I'm a dad. You called me Black Dad. That's my handle, so to speak, because that's a cartoon I created, and it's also a belief system that I'm dealing with. I'm 56 years old, so I've been around the block a few times. I've seen a few things, and I heard one of your callers speaking before where they were saying they don't see color. Well, that's because they're blind. You see color. Stop it. Stop acting like you don't see what's going on. The problem is not that you see color. The problem is how you react to it. Your reaction to something is the difference between something going positive or possibly something going negative. But sitting around saying, I don't see color, trying this we are the world stuff, you're kidding yourself.
So let me go back to the question. As a Christian, you don't know if you can have freedom, human beings, period. You don't know if you can have freedom without virtue. You don't know if that's true or not for human beings.
I didn't say that. You
I'm
did.
asking you. I
Okay, what
asked,
do you
could
ask?
you have freedom without virtue? And you said, well, for you, but you don't seem to know if it's for all human beings or not. For all
can't
human
think-
beings, could you have freedom without virtue?
What's virtue to you?
Answer
your
that question
definition.
first, and then I'll tell you. I'll respond to that. As
Go ahead.
a Christian,
Huh?
you don't know if human beings can have freedom without virtue.
Give me your definition of virtue in that question.
You don't know what virtue means?
I'm asking your definition because
But-
you asked me questions previously about good and evil. You asked me questions about good and bad. That's always going to be a judgment call.
No, but as a Christian, you should know. You're my guest, and you're the expert right now. And you're a Christian, so
Yes,
I'm
sir.
asking, can you have freedom? Can human beings have freedom without virtue?
Yes, sir.
They can't. And how is that?
Well, I mean, it depends on what you determine for yourself. That's what the beauty of America is all about. You making determinations for yourself. As a Christian, you're still making those same determinations for yourself. And then you're asking God to forgive if you fall out of those things.
That's amazing.
And that's what. Go ahead.
So you believe in God, but doesn't God say that all who sin are slaves? And if you're a slave, you have no freedom, and you have no virtue.
I'm not sure you're quoting which part of the Bible you're quoting with that one.
You never
Uh-huh.
heard that all who sin are enslaved?
Yeah, I've also heard of the Ten Commandments, and I'm also raised a Catholic, so I believe that our sins are forgiven.
So do you believe that if you sin, you're enslaved?
No,
You don't?
no. You
Well,
can go to the Lord at any time and ask for forgiveness.
Really?
Judas did such.
So
Judas gave up the Son of Man and asked God for forgiveness.
when
So
John,
God say to him, "Hey man, sorry, you're a slave. Too bad for you."
so when John said in 8:34, Jesus said in John 8:34, Jesus said, "Everyone who sins is a slave to sin." Are you aware of that?
I am aware of that.
Do you believe that?
Not necessarily.
Oh, you don't
That's
believe that?
That's one man's opinion in the Bible. That does not make it 100% true. And if you believe that to be true, then you're going to believe some other things are not going to be true that are said in the Bible.
I see.
Which is like what I just quoted.
So you're
And-
saying that that's Jesus' opinion, one man opinion. So it's Jesus' opinion, so it's just his opinion.
Did you quote Jesus in that?
Yeah. John said Jesus said it.
I didn't hear that part.
Yeah.
I took it as one man saying it.
Right.
But again, my point is still the same.
But now that you know that Jesus said it, does it change the way you see it?
Not really.
No.
No.
What kind of Christian are you, man?
Wow, that sounds like a little judgmental statement there, brother.
You don't seem,
That's not for you to judge.
but you don't seem
The whole
to.
point of this. The whole point is we are not to judge each other.
But you're judging me right now.
That's for God to do.
But you're judging me right now.
I'm not judging you.
You
I'm
said-
taking your questions and I'm asking you to clarify some of your questions so that I can answer them in an intelligent manner.
Let me ask, do you believe that there is sin?
Yes.
And do you believe that there is good and evil?
Yes.
Okay. And so you said that you were okay with so-called same-sex marriage, but not abortion. And am I right about that?
No, I said I was okay with abortion too.
Oh, you support abortion as well?
Yes, sir.
And as a Christian, you support abortion?
When you say the word support, what I'm saying in my words of support is that's a woman's choice. That's her choice. I can't make that choice. I don't have that kind of body. If that's what she wants to do or chooses to do, and the law gives her that right to do it, who am I to step in and say, no, you shouldn't?
Did God, your God, did he give her the right to kill a child inside the womb?
Now we're going somewhere completely different than the conversation started out, because now you're going to someplace and you're calling something that's different than what I might call it. You're saying for sure that they're killing a baby, right?
Right.
Okay. I'm not sure that I'm in agreement with that.
What is it about you? So if science said that it is a baby, would you believe it then?
Wow, now we're going to go to science. Okay, well, if we're going to go to science, then let's go to global warming. Science has said plenty about global warming, and conservatives don't seem to want to listen to that. So why do they want to listen to it when it's conducive for their needs to listen to something from science? Please explain that to me, because I don't get it.
Well, there are
You
scientists.
can't pick and choose where you choose to get your information and then use it for your own purposes and say God said it.
What
You can't
science?
take one statement and then turn that statement into something for your use, and then take another statement and switch it around and say, nah, I don't really believe that, though.
But aren't you doing that with abortion?
Not at all. How am I doing that with abortion, my friend?
What is it about you that made you think that you're a Christian? You don't seem to believe in any of the things that God is about, any of the principles. So far, you don't agree with any of the principles that he is about. Why do you think that you are a Christian?
I believe in Jesus Christ as my Savior.
What is it about? What do you know that you believe in him? You don't believe in any of his principles.
I believe in plenty of them, but you haven't touched on all of his principles.
Give me
You've
one
touched
that
on
you
2 or 3.
give me one that you believe in.
Here's the biggest one that everyone should believe in. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
And what does that mean to you?
It means treat people the way you want to be treated. If you want to be treated with respect, you have to give respect.
So you're going along with evil. You're
Sorry?
going along with evil so you can get respect.
I didn't say that. You did.
I'm asking.
Here's a prime example. I came on this Skype interview today. I'll be honest. I really didn't even know who you were or what I was coming on to talk about. I'm kind of ambushed right now.
What do you mean
But at the
ambush?
same time, ambushed by the fact that I didn't even realize this was a conversation we were going to be having. By the same token, I'm listening to exactly what you're saying, and we're having an intelligent conversation without either one of us yelling at each other, which doesn't seem to happen on the streets of America today.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, you and I are respecting each other.
So you believe that there is such a thing as police brutality, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, it's an illusion. It doesn't exist. It's another made-up lie by the children of the lie.
Hold on a second. Did you just say it's an illusion and it doesn't exist?
Right.
So when I got my behind whooped by the cops, I was imagining it. When I spent the night in jail for not doing anything, I was imagining it.
So you're just walking down the road, the cop beat you for no reason.
No. There was a situation,
Uh-huh.
and in that situation, it did not require me getting hit in the head with a billy club.
What did
But
you do wrong in that situation?
We were having a conversation, and this particular officer felt like he didn't want to hear anything I had to say.
And you were going off, right?
No, there was no need for me to go off.
Was he trying to get you to be quiet?
Yes,
And why didn't you follow his instructions?
I did. We had a whole thing that went on. This was this situation will take more time to explain.
Right.
It.
So I want to move.
But my point at the end of it was it does exist, Jesse.
Let me ask, are you a man?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you a man?
That's what I thought you said. Of
I know
course.
you are a male, but are you a man?
Oh, bro, I'm a man. I'm raising 2 kids, and I've raised some other people's kids.
And what is a man?
A man is a man that takes care of his household, his woman, his wife, his family.
That's what a man
Ensure
is.
that everyone is safe.
And so you are a father. You're married.
Absolutely. 20 years, same woman.
Good for you. But you don't quite
Ask
know
me how many baby mamas I got.
how many baby mamas do you have.
The one I'm married to.
Baba, go to guy. You're on with L.A. Baba, go to guy.
Oh, thank
What's
you,
up,
Jesse. Good morning. Let's see. For
This
your
is-
guest, I have a question.
This is L.A.
Oh,
What's up,
LA.
Bobby?
Thank you. I have a question for you.
Sure.
If you are eating meat, fish and cow and chicken and whatever else, are you a vegetarian?
No, but not by definition, no.
No. So, by definition, if you believe abortion is okay and that homosexuality is okay and that it is God blessed, are you a Christian?
I am, but if you use that definition and you want to judge me with that stick, that's on you.
So
I'm
you
not here
can
to be
just
judged
believe
by you,
whatever
Bobby.
you
I'm here to
want
be
to
judged by the
believe
Lord.
and call yourself a Christian. Is that what I'm hearing? Because if you
Say it one
can't
more
eat
time.
meat and be a vegetarian, how is it that you can do these disagree with the basic tenements of Christianity and still be a Christian? I don't understand that.
Because I'm a sinner, Bobby. As are you, as is Jesse,
That
as is
does
everyone else
explain
on
it.
the earth. We are all sinners,
Right.
asking for forgiveness. See, here's the thing with me. The Lord knows I'm a sinner. He knows my faults. Me and him have conversation all the time. I don't go out to do things to make him
Well,
unhappy.
see, here's the difference between you, sinner, and the Christians who used to be sinners, is that you still
No,
call
they still are sinners,
good
bro.
evil. You still call good evil, and you call evil good. You call homosexuality good. You'll never be born again calling evil good.
Well, I would say to you about that, Bobby, that's your opinion.
That's not
But
Bobby.
that's not up to you to decide. That's up for the Lord to decide.
That's not Bobby. That's the Bible go-to guy.
Oh, the Bible go-to guy. BGG.
BGTG.
There you go.
Thank you, Bible go-to.
Listen, L.A., you go ahead and keep eating meat and calling yourself a vegetarian, all right?
Thanks, man. Have
All
a
right.
good day.
How do you say you talk to God? How do you know you talk to God?
Oh, man, shoot. Are you kidding me? I'm lucky to be here. I'm blessed. I was hit by a car when I was 10 years old. I was run over. Broadside. Broke my leg in half. Couple of concussions. At that point, the Lord talked to me, told me I was here for a special purpose, and that's why I'm here.
So you said you are a Christian, a child of God, but you still sin. Can you be a child of God and still sin?
Come on, man. Come on, Jesse. What kind of question is that? Of course the answer is yes. We all sin.
But the
We all
Bible
sin
said
God.
the Bible said you cannot. That's what you're saved from sin.
Not.
And so is the Bible wrong about?
Where's the GTDB?
I want you to read 1 John 3:9. It says that you cannot sin if you're of God. For this reason, Christ came. And if you
Right.
say you're sin and of God, you're a liar, and the truth not in you.
That may be all true. Jesus came for our sins, bro.
So if you've been
That's why he
saved,
came.
if you've been saved from sin, how is it that you're still sinning if it's no longer part of your nature?
I would ask you the same question.
It's not a part of your nature.